Overwatch 2 is full of awful and even more awful characters, starting with a blonde witch to a green-haired wizard. But hold on a second, this video isn't only about the supports. The tanks shine bright like a sun on this naughty list. A good Zarya can make sure nobody dies in the enemy team with her bubbles, while Orisa players might as well pull out a middle finger while fortifying. Although those awesome gameplay mechanics deserve to rot in the deepest and darkest of depths, no matter how annoyed or pissed I am thanks to those heroes and their abilities, there are always the three musketeers that somehow slither their way back into my sanity to cause havoc and chaos over there. This unholy trinity force is running under the same banner of the DPS clan. Playing against those heroes is an even worse experience than watching J3 videos, and if you spent more than 10 minutes in this game, you know exactly who they are. And I don't know how, I don't know why, they just so happen to all be female. That's why I want to express my collected throughout the years hatred for those three bitter cows. And as a disclaimer, I promise you I will try my best to be nice and calm if you couldn't tell already. And if you want to help me smile once again after the pain I went through to get footage for you for this video, then make sure to subscribe so I can catch up to Kendall. He has more numbers than my numbers, blah blah blah. Like, share, comment, join the Discord server. Okay, let's roll out with this video. Welcome back, you teleporting asshole! Symmetra is one of those heroes who has been reworked so many times to finally make her kit somewhat tolerable by the player base, but as of right now we're sitting on one of the most powerful and frustrating iterations of her. All three of those wonderful females are absolutely phenomenal at torturing one of your prime senses. Symmetra, for example, is the master of the sense touch, because if she's picked on any kind of King of the Hill map, get ready to never be able to touch that point ever again. Thanks to her free turrets, she's able to make any closed space a fully functional oven. Most oftentimes you will notice this setup being run as mentioned before on control maps, but it isn't rare to also spot this absolute virgin behavior on some other maps, like one particular hybrid map. Let me do a social experiment really quickly. I will show you for a split second some screenshots of parts of the maps, and you will have to guess what map it is. Are you ready? Okay, let's begin. And boom. Okay, another one. In 3, 2, 1. Did you catch it? Well, of course you did. And you might wonder why. Well, why? Because we're all traumatized, that's why. If you want to know which maps those were, go check out the comment section. I ain't giving my secrets away, but I'm sure some brave soul will post the answer in the comments. And as a hint, no, this was not Workshop Island. The text support woman also beholds two teleporters, which can be very scary when used properly and get terrifying when abused by players who spent way too much time on this hero. Hold on. 3 women, 3 turrets, 2 teleporters. 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 times 3 is 666. I'll let you all to decide by yourself what to do about this fact. And lastly, there's her primary weapon that melts you or suggestively reminds you that taking your life in-game might be a viable option. I legitimately dropped my jaw when I read the patch notes mentioning that Symmetra has lifesteal and ammo regeneration while melting barriers. I swear there's this one employee at Blizzard who just rides around the office on a skateboard and tells people to random stuff like that. Hey Joey, I see you're working on that Symmetra character. How about you give her some health regen for absolutely no reason? Okay, off to sleep with your mom I go. Bye! I'm already tired of talking about this microwave on legs, and I still have 2 more awesome characters to go through, so enjoy this clip in the background and let's slowly move on to the next segment. This one goes way back to 2017, when hero stacking was still allowed and this demon was able to stun people by pissing on them with some liquid nitrogen for a few seconds. The hatred mainly comes from how easy this character is to play, how useful her utility is, and of course how impossible to punish her god-awful positioning is thanks to the ultimate introvert ability. Thankfully, throughout all this time that has led up to the shop DLC that is Overwatch 2, some things have been changed, and by some things I mean only her primary fire no longer freezes people. Great. Now it only slows them down, which is definitely not as annoying as the previous freeze, but it's still noticeable and annoying. But overall, why is Mei still in the top 3 of this category? What makes her deserve this spot? Just like Symmetra, Mei also plays a little with one of your senses, and this time it's taste. But how? How, you might ask? This is a video game after all. What kind of cuisine is this Antarctic scientist serving? With all of her crowd-controlling abilities and with the previously mentioned wonderful ice block, Mei is the greatest hero at making you eat shit. The primary fire is the smallest of problems in her kit, so let's leave it alone. And the first main issue I would like to talk about first, more specifically, is the epic Fortnite move. Did the enemy just overextend by 2 steps? Well, time to box him in and make him fight for his life like a caged animal against you and all of your teammates. Is there a dangerous push coming your way and there's nothing your team can do to stop it? Just wall them off and make them fight your stupid ice fortress instead of the real enemy. This construction is also very helpful to get you to some sneaky places, making Mei one of the least predictable heroes when it comes to guessing what will she do next. Will she hold on to her wall to block off the enemy, or will she style on you by boosting herself into a favorable position? Either way, the only thing that is certain is her cooldown on that thing, so when you notice it's used, it's your time to shine. You can now unleash all of your power and all of your deadly skills to eliminate the... Oh, okay, never mind. She just turned herself into an ice cube, making all of your efforts useless. Oh, hey, and would you look at that? She's healing in there too. Great. The goofiest ability of them all, single-handedly countering every single other ability in the entire game, including all the ultimate abilities. Fun. If that sweet invulnerability wasn't enough, you can also regenerate some ammunition as well, because we're talking about Mei, remember? Everything must be benefiting her in some way. Also, don't forget about her secondary fire that is responsible for nuking your health points across the maps, and don't forget the deadliest of combinations, that is her ult, which opens up a free target practice range where you can walk around carelessly and just headshot everyone while staring into their souls for the very last time. That sure sounds like a very fun experience, and I'm certain everyone in the game adores playing against this chill hero. Lastly, there's the main hero of this channel, the woman that seems to never get off my bucket list to complain about, and of course the most annoying DPS hero in the entire game. Of course, I'm talking about none other than Widowmaker. Wait, what do you mean, wrong woman? That's her right there, the most annoying woman in the game. Fine, but can she at least be an honorable mention or something like that? Okay, perfect. Yeah, sorry for that, guys. Must have been a small error in my script. Where was I? Right, Sombra. Yeah, Sombra is very annoying because invisibility, hack, virus, and DMP. You know the drill. This hero has been mentioned so many times on this channel that it's actually unbelievable how I'm still not rage quitting instantly upon seeing her on the enemy team. Nobody enjoys experiencing paranoia in game. Nobody likes when their greatest ability they have been building up throughout the entire game gets disabled by an ability the enemy didn't even have to aim properly at you. Not a single soul enjoys damage over time mechanics, and I haven't found a single Overwatch player that would confidently say, yeah, I enjoy playing against Sombra. Yeah, I'm sure they enjoy not picking up their health packs too. The recent rework of hers has not changed her kit enough to classify it as a reworked character. All it did was changing the way the invisibility works, which in my opinion feels much worse than before, interrupting what you want to do in some crucial situations, and when it does activate, it's still infinite, which is one of the core issues I still have with her kit. And also the virus. Tell me this, against which assassin would you prefer to play against? The skinny fast woman, the skinny mobile cyborg, or the skinny fast mobile cyborg woman? I'd rather eat concrete, honestly. Just like the previous 2 spots on this list, Sombra also obliterates one of your senses. And can you guess which one it is? That's right, it's the sight sense. Because when she gets picked in the enemy team, I can't see a single reason why am I still torturing myself by playing this garbage. Just like Mei, in case of danger, she has some form of escape tool. And just like Symmetra, she ruins your gameplay experience by making you focus on something else than the core gameplay. If I had to whip out a whole tier list of who is the most annoying character in the entire game, the number 1 spot would have to be Kiriko or Roadhog, I guess, but Sombra will surely get somewhere in between these 2. Do you think there's an even more annoying DPS hero in this entire game other than the 3 or 4 I mentioned, or do you agree with my takes? Tell me down in the comments or come discuss with me and my community on my Discord server linked in the description. At the end of the day, remember that all of my complaining is for your entertainment only, so don't worry and don't complain yourself how bad I'm at the game or how I'm unable to counter those picks. Just shut up, please be original with your roast at least, and that will be it for today. Thanks for watching, have a lovely day, bye bye.